So I've stumbled upon Infinity Toys based in Indonesia. He or they, that are clear to me, posted some pictures of a 1/12 scale war machine from The Dark Knight Returns. I love the look, but didn't know if I love The Dark Knight Returns enough to actually get one, because it's a real black hole to want to collect everything of everything that you see. But some of the movies and some of the series where Batman is included, I just prefer over the other, and that's what made me select this one to be one of my first 1/12 scale tanks actually to own in my collection. One of the factors why I purchase certain vehicles is if I really buy into the entire figure line as well. So this is a 1/12 scale cat. You can see how huge it is compared to the tank. All jokes aside, I purchased into the Dark Knight Returns Mezco figure. So I purchased the Mutant Leader, I purchased the Black Dark Knight Returns Batman, and I was really happy with how they looked. And I know as soon as I purchase stuff like it, then it makes me want to have a vehicle as well. It's one out of 7 pieces worldwide actually, and I don't see anyone else making this because I think it could be a huge project to do. It takes a long time. Shipping is, well, let's say terrible because of pricing, how big this thing is, how it needs to be packaged, Texas, customs, everything like that. You need to keep into account, and it can break during transit. So didn't happen to mine, really happy for that, but I'll tell you a little bit more about that later. Story on how I got this opportunity to purchase it is I showed interest. I got on the waiting list and he already filled the 6 slots, and I was basically next in line. So somebody said it took too long, canceled their pre-order, and a slot came free, and he kept his word. He sent me a message. I told him, well, I have to think about it a little bit because I didn't expect on doing this purchase. So I went on a selling spree, sold a lot of action figures, sold a lot of secondhand clothing that I had, just designer clothing, and just to get some money back. And I made like a goal list, which I tend to do lately when I do these big purchases. And it came up pretty quickly, had the money together, and on New Year's Eve, I sent him the money and I said, let's do this. So here it is, all the way from Indonesia. Really cool, 1/12 scale. The Dark Knight Returns Warmachine bat tank. And what's really cool is that the Snyder Cut trailer just released, and they showed this. So this is like a 2-in-1 package for me. Now I can display this with Mezco Dark Knight Returns figures, Mezco Justice League figures, and even the Batman v Superman Batman, which I will all show you in a little while. So here you can see the front, and what we have is the ears, the cannons, well, the face basically. So it always looks like he's sitting in here. I'm not quite sure. I did watch recently, but it really doesn't matter. I mean, he's in the cabin. You can put him in here because you would need to go through this tube. It's fine. This is practical. It works. I don't think you will want him to be in here. Everything, what you see at the front, is just solid plastic. There are some lights in there, which I will show later as well, and therefore is a like there are buttons here which will trigger that on, but you need a power adapter to go in there, which I have. And yeah, that's just the front. So you have the cannons. It looks great. It's detailed. It's weathered enough. It looks tough. I mean, so the paint job is not a, oh well, just do a wash and then it will be fine. I think this is really specifically painted like this, and it looks great. You could weather this up. That's always a thing. I tend to be a little bit careful by weathering things too much because right now I'm really happy with how this looks, but maybe later I will want more realism, maybe, I don't know, and then just add more weathering, but that can always be arranged. So let's go to the sides, which will probably identical both sides, but show you anyway. So you see the sides, all the wheels and the treads, and I don't know how accurate this is. I don't care. It's a beautiful thing, as I said. I just want to show you how cool this actually is. All these pipes and exhausts and wheels, well weathered, I'd say. And again, a customizer, so you can just do it. From top side, we'll just take it handheld in a second. You can look inside actually, which is really cool. But first, I'll show you from the back. So here's the back of the tank. It starts to look more impressive as to how close it comes to the camera. So this is a cool thing, and you can just flip this open. My nails are quite short right now, so um, there's that ladder, or like stairs, basically going down. Cockpit, and let me just get the electronics so I can light this up for you. So here you see what it looks like with lights on. So here we see this. Most likely I wouldn't personally choose the insignia for Batman to put in anywhere, because personally I don't care for that. But no complaints on my side. I mean, if I want to get it out, I'll just get it out. Lovely lights at the top, as you can tell. It looks like a lab, and when you just look in there, it looks really, really cool. Other side, I'm not quite sure what's there. I mean, same side, just mirrored. And at the end, we have the desk, and that's basically where Batman will be sitting. Maybe, usually the thing is that he could go to the front, maybe, of the face of the War Machine, basically. I don't know for sure. But yeah, there's just this little chair which you can rotate. It's magnetic, so you can just take it off and it fits on there right, well, real nice, because there's like a good base with a magnet where you can just put it around quite easily, just like that. Pretty awesome. Then you close this. It just stays nice. It doesn't fall over without you wanting it to. And also you have these two canopies at the top, or like doors, and it's really cool. You can pull the handles. I don't know if I want to do that too tight, because it's quite, if it's plastic, of course it could break. Just quite gentle with it. It should be fine like that. You could go in from here as well. Here you can see that same cockpit with the buttons and the stickers, and yeah, just everything. Maybe it's even painted. As I said, this is good. This is so good. It means a failure for money. I just love how it looks, and now we should go to scaling. So here you see how big it actually is. I mean, this is a Mexico 1/12 scale figure, and this is, well, the scale of this thing. I think it's good, and I think when you want to recreate scenes with like the mutant leader, or maybe some potential Justice League, Zack Snyder cut scenes, that when you imagine that it could be like this big mutant leader, basically, that we lift over the tank this way. I think you can imagine how it would look. It's pretty intimidating if someone would be coming up in a machine like that towards you. So it's just really big. That's what I wanted to say. I'll get out my Justice League figures and my Mexico Mutant Leader to show you more scale and like a little bit more fun with this entire thing, because as I said, you can just, this is just a ramble piece. You can just talk about this for straight for an hour, I think. So this is me seeing for the first time what the mutant leader looks like in front of the tank. I think the scale is really, really good. It looks really impressive. This is so much an eye catcher. Yeah, this is a fantastic piece. Definitely worth the price. I'll switch out a few Justice League Batmans on there for maybe potential Zack Snyder scene remakes, but we don't know what the tank is going to do. The War Machine actually is going to do in Zack Snyder's Justice League. So yeah, let's switch him up. You can see what it looks like with the Mesco Nightmare Batman version. Yeah, it's so small compared to this thing. It's so beautiful. You can show so much scale and a little bit more world building, I think, with items in this scale, and that's just beautiful about this. So I really love it. The last shot that I will do is Batman v Superman, Batman of the Nightmare suit, and that'll be done. Here's what Affleck looks like on the entire take. It's beautiful, guys. It's genuinely perfect, and I wouldn't have done it any other way. So, what do you guys think of it? 1/12 scale Batman tank probably will never be made. What a cool collectible.